Hello everyone and welcome to my first video for you guys. I'll provide some instructions on your summer company portfolio or your $5 business portfolio part 3, international business. All business in some ways international. So even though I'm asking you guys to come up with some exercise on some small local, hyper-local businesses, the things that you will need to make your business will be coming from all over the world. So what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to do some investigation on one piece of equipment that will be necessary for you to run your summer company. So in my case, I'm coming up with an example of Mr. Hoey is starting a driveway sealing business. This is where I will be cleaning off my customers' driveways and then applying black stuff to preserve the driveway for many years to come. A key piece of equipment for this business will be a pressure washer. So I've gone to the Home Depot website and I've found a pressure washer. Now, down in the description, I can see that this particular pressure washer was made in China. So what I need to do, or what I'm asking you to do is, well, what if I decided not to buy it from Home Depot? What if I decided to import this thing on my own? Of course, that'd be a ridiculous thing to do because I'd only be buying one. But what I want you to do is to find out what would the tariffs be on this particular piece of equipment. So to find that out, I'm asking you to go to the Canada Border Service Agency. The Canada Border Service Agency is the Canadian agency which is responsible for collecting all of the tariffs collected on imports coming into Canada. Also, anybody who is importing or exporting has to file documentation with the Canada Border Service Agency in order to get permission to bring the goods into Canada. They have a long list which encompasses every single product that you can imagine. This is called HS codes, Harmonized Service Codes. I've included a video that explains this very well. I encourage you to look at it. So, go into the Canada Border Service Agency and you follow the link to customs tariffs. Now you can see here we're going to look at the 2017 customs tariffs. Custom treatment is changing all the time as Canada signs new free trade agreements, decreasing the tariffs, and maybe we have trade disputes with other countries which changes our tariff treatments on particular products or with regions around the world. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you to try to find your product that you would need for your business and try to find an HS code. You're going to have to do a little bit of reading here, a little bit of a needle in a haystack. Unfortunately, it's not a very searchable database, but I'm sure you can do it. It's laid out in a fairly logical manner. So in terms of products you would be looking for, maybe it could be a 3D printer, maybe it could be a blender, maybe it could be dance shoes for the person who's starting up the dance company. So, but I'm looking for that pressure washer. So this big long list is split into chapters. So customs tariffs by chapter. So my pressure washer is not a live animal, so it's not section 1. It's not vegetables, so not section 2. Neither section 3. It's not prepared food stuff. It's not a mineral product. It's not chemicals. It's not a plastic. So you can see I'm looking here at the section headings and it narrows it down. It's not made of skin or leather. It's not made of wood. So it's nothing in there. It's not pulp. It's not textiles. That would be anything clothing related. It's not shoes. It's not made of stone. So now we arrive here at section 16, and we're looking at machinery and mechanical appliances, electrical equipment. I think I'll be able to find my pressure washer in here. So this section you can see is split up into 2 different chapters. The first one leads off with nuclear reactors. Seems won't find it in there, but it's a very broad chapter. So this chapter is more mechanical items, whereas this one is more electronics equipment. So after doing a little bit of searching between the two, I found mine to live here in chapter 84. So I'm going to go down chapter 84. And here it gives me an, so I can filter. And so this is going to be a spray gun. So I'm going to have to do some reading. And what you should pay attention to is particularly the last line. A lot of this is very similar. So pay attention to the last line. So it's not dishwashing machine. It's not a fire extinguisher. Again, not a fire extinguisher. Paying close attention to the last one. And then we come down here. Mechanical appliance, spray guns, and similar appliances. I think we found it. So the HS code is this. So that would be my HS code for my spray gun. Now that I have my HS code, which would be very important for importing the product into Canada, I'll have to find out, well, how much duty do I have to pay on it? Well, as we've learned in class, there's an MFN tariff, most favored nations tariff, and if we have a bilateral or multilateral agreement, we can have preferential tariffs. So for this one, the MFN tariff is free. So there is no tariffs for bringing this particular product into Canada. Woohoo! Now, let's just take a look above at this next product, so the fire extinguishers. So say if I was doing a safety company, if I was importing fire extinguishers from a country that Canada did not have a free trade agreement with, there would be a tariff of 6.5%. But all of these abbreviations here refer to some of the free trade agreements, the bilateral and multilateral agreements that we discussed in class. So we've got the Korean free trade agreement, there's Japanese free trade agreement, and our two most important ones are the US tariff and the Mexican tariff there. So if I was importing the fire extinguisher from a country other than these, I would have to pay 6.5%. But if I was importing this fire extinguisher from the United States, Mexico, or one of these other countries, the tariff would be free. So good luck, find a product, and find out what tariff would be applied to that particular item. Good luck.